Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 8th of July, 2024. Only a half day of streaming for me, because all tonight I've been filming private React videos for my patrons over on Patreon. So because of that, a lot of people didn't tune in, and I understand why. It was Street Fighter, very polarizing game. A lot of people like fighting games, some do not. They prefer to see me play more variety or more chill stuff. And let me tell you, today was not chill at all. Today was just not a very good day. And, you know, we've had really good days in Street Fighter. We've had really bad days. We've had days that are in between. Today was a shitty day. I'll tell you why. But to start today, we had a fun level 1 podcast where I really didn't have much in particular to talk about. No real updates to give because yesterday was React Day. So I didn't really have many big updates or anything to talk about in regards to my playthroughs or anything like that. And so... Sorry, I'm trying to get a speck off my phone screen. It's actually bothering me. And so it was mostly me just kind of going over the schedule and then saying, hey, we got open Q&A or whatever you guys want to do. And we ended up doing a lot of different conversation about various different things, but it really was like the ultimate chill podcast with nothing too crazy that we had to cover or anything like that. It was more just kind of hanging out with each other and enjoying each other's company, which I'm always down for. So I hope that people liked the show today. And then we jumped into Street Fighter 6. So here's what happened. First hour, I played casual play for 5 sets. The first 2 sets, I was dropping stuff left and right. I was rusty. Then I started getting into it, and I think I won the next 3 sets. But the funny part about that was, during those sets, I fought a Honda. That's only like the second Honda I've even faced since Bison came out. I'm never getting matched with Hondas. So I lost to the Honda, but it was a good match. Like, it was back and forth. And I was learning. I was like, oh, this is neat. I'm glad that I got to play at least a Honda because I'll never know that match unless I fight Honda, and I haven't had a chance. No one's picking him, or at least the game's not matching me with it, you know? And then the other match, there was a good Kimberly, and it was a fun Kimberly match as well. And I was like, you know, that's true. Since Bison released, a little over a week, almost 2 weeks ago now, I've basically fought Bisons, Akumas, a zillion Camis for some reason, right? And every once in a while, you'll get an oddball Ryu or Ken, you know, but nothing consistent. I've barely fought anyone besides like 5 of the same characters over and over and over. And I don't know why. Is that all that's in Master? Like, seriously, it's an honest question at this point. Because then I went into Master after my casual matches, and I almost exclusively fought those characters. It was very rare that I fought somebody. I think I fought 2 Lukes. I'm trying to think. The whole time I didn't fight any, like, what were the other top tiers that I fought? I didn't fight any Blankas, no Dalsims, no Zangiefs today. I fought 1 Marisa, who basically I couldn't figure out what to do because I've only fought 1 other Marisa, and then after the 1 win that they got, they quit. So I couldn't learn. I had no chance to adapt. They ran away. No, like, I'm still thinking. Shit. I fought a couple Akis. Because I think Aki is one of the most improved characters since the balance patch. So a lot of people are learning her stuff, and she's very different. Much better character now, in my opinion. Maybe 1 or 2 Eds. But that was about it. Like, I'm serious when I say I'm playing the same 5 characters 90% of the time now. And that's not good. That's boring to me, you know? How am I going to learn how to play M. Bison at any kind of a competitive level if I only play the same 5 characters a million times? It takes away from the fun. It makes it boring, repetitive, grindy, rather than, ooh, variety, let's learn, right? I don't like that. And I don't know what's happening with this game that I got Master, and now no one's playing anything but the same 5 characters. What is happening here? So, basically what happened was, it kind of sadly what's happened some nights when I play Street Fighter. Start off all right, and all of a sudden, oh, dropped input. Oh, dropped combo. Can't block on reaction. Can't do this. Can't do that. Wrong button. And 2 common things today. First thing, many times I was trying to do wake up drive reversal, which is the new mechanic they added since the Akuma patch, and the game would literally give me standing drive impact instead of wake up reversal. And people in the chat were like, oh, don't you know when you're grounded you could just hold it early? That's what I was doing. I was literally holding it early, and the game would have me fully stand up and just do standard drive impact instead. And I was like, I really don't understand what was going on. The other weird thing, I was actually legit having issues trying to do things to the right. Like if I was trying to dash right or drive rush right, my character would like stutter and stop and not move. Or just parry instead of drive rush. And I was like, what is happening here? And there was a lot of times when I was just doing standard combo drive rush and the drive rush would drop. Like the drive cancel would drop and not come out. So I don't get my combo. It's my big opening to do a giant move and it wouldn't come out. And that drives me nuts. Why? Because unlike a lot of these people, a ton of them, especially all the Cammy players, but there's others like Ken and others, they've all memorized this 100% safe pattern that basically pushes you to the corner and begins a guessing game, the gambling. It's actually the meme that we saw on my React show yesterday, where when you get into the corner, you're literally gambling your way out of the corner. It's just a dice roll because, for example, any of these top tier characters have these options. Mash jab, or do a high priority low attack like low medium kick. And if any of that hits, immediately drive rush into a giant combo. Now you're still stuck in the corner. Okay. Or walk forward throw, because all the top tier characters have crazy throw range, so they can grab you from an insanely long way away. All right. Or bait one of those, meaning you think they're going to do that, so then they just neutral jump. So, oh, okay, I'm going to parry. Oops, now I'm stuck in place. Or I go, oh, they're going to do that. Well, I'll break the throw. Go to break. Oops, they neutral jump. Now they get a giant punish, right? Now there's more to it as well. But that corner guessing game is literally a mini game. That is not the core gameplay of a fighting game. That's a mini game that happens against top tiers in this game when you're in the corner. It's stupid. It shouldn't be a core gameplay mechanic that you have to face every match whenever you're facing one of these garbage players, but it literally is what you have to do. And it's now becoming a major gripe of mine now that I'm master level, right? Because now everyone has, at master level, everyone has memorized, they've labbed out their bullshit online pattern. That's the gambling pattern. Either I do this, or I do this, or I do this. But in any case, I'm safe. There's no risk to anything I have to do because I've selected a top tier. Instead, there's all reward, but the person who I'm attacking has to guess correctly to get out of it. If they guess correctly and get out of it, they don't get rewarded. They at least just get out of the mini game, and now we can go back to playing a fighting game. What is that? That's Street Fighter 6 at this point at master level where I am. Now, I know for a fact it won't always be like that because I watch matches online of top players. They don't play like that. They don't sit there and do the lab bullshit. The problem is I don't play the game enough to memorize every idiotic lab bullshit pattern. Instead, I play the fucking game and try to learn it, you know, when I can, but I only play it 2-3 times a week tops. You know, I haven't memorized the shit out of every character. You know, I shouldn't have to. That's the point I think I'm making here is in order to just play a game and enjoy it, I shouldn't have to fucking memorize every little nuance of the fucking game because they've been splattered all over the internet for views. And because that every little nobody knows how to mix you up in the corner by guessing. And again, not intelligent guessing, not, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll fool them into this or that. No, just here's the pattern. Do this, then 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 do this. And it's all safe. So even if they escape every attempt, they're still in the corner. Yeah. So I'm getting very frustrated because I'm trying to learn. I'm only facing a zillion Cammies, a zillion Bisons, a zillion Akumas. Notably, those are the top 3 I'm facing. And I can't really learn because it's the same shit over and over. And I'll be honest, I wish that my audience was more in line with competitive Street Fighter. Because if they were, I'm sure they'd be saying, well, here's what you do in this situation. And here's what you do in this situation. And no one really is doing that because they don't know more than me. I know more than most of my audience about this game. So there's no one to help. So instead, it's just kind of me suffering and people like groaning at it. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't know how to beat the stupid Rochambeau guessing game gambling pattern bullshit that they do. It's not that they're smart or they're intelligent or they know what they're doing. They just guess. And then the best part absolutely is the mashing. Because I'll be walking up with Bison and the character's getting up, so I do standing medium punches, meaty, and Cammy just mashing jab like this, and she wakes up and her jab goes through my punch. I've never seen that in any fighting game before. You can't meaty a person getting up. They could just mash jab and it goes right through. With no timing, right? I'll just do it. And it just combos into itself for a giant combo. And it's like, it's mind-blowing, mind-numbing, incredibly frustrating gameplay. I lost a ton today. I raged a ton today. I And the other problem right now, we have a heat wave. We're actually in the midst of a terrible, terrible heat wave here in Washington. 95 plus degrees outside. In the office today, it was almost 80 degrees with the air conditioner on max blast. So I'm sitting here trying to play. I'm sweating profusely. I'm angry. I'm screaming. I'm so upset. I'm taking breaks. I am. But then, you know, you get to another situation. The same shit happens the millionth time. It's just like, give me a fucking break. I don't want to play anymore. Like, at one point, it's like, okay, I'm learning. The Honda match, I learned. The Kimberly match, I learned. Okay? I learned absolutely nothing against any Cammy, any Bison, or any Akuma today. It was exactly the same ad nauseum, repetitive bullshit. Repetitive. That's right. It's a word. Repetitive. Repetitive bullshit. Not fun. Just the same. It gets tedious. I don't want to do it anymore. Give me variety. Allow me to play other characters so at least I can learn. When I was playing Dalseems and things last week, I was having more fun when I was fighting Giles. Now they don't exist. I hit Master. Those characters are non-existent. You can't find them at Master. Everyone just plays exactly the same way. It's boring as tedious as shit. And when my inputs are dropping and shit, it just makes it worse. It's one thing. I already got to deal with this frustrating pattern play, flowchart, memorize because I labbed for 700 hours because I'm a fucking loser players. I got to put up with that. But then I also have to put up with dropped inputs. And I don't know at this point if it's my joystick because it was really weird that it was always happening when I was trying to do something to the right. What is going on? Only when I'm facing right am I having these issues now? I couldn't even neutral jump. I would try to jump up and it would jump a direction. Like, what the fuck just happened? I just held up on the joystick and it jumped left or right instead. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, it was probably one of the most frustrating days. I didn't lose a ton of rank points. I lost like maybe 30 rank points over the course of today. So it's not a horrible loss. It's not like, oh God, he's down in the pits again. The thing was, I would come back and win some matches. It wasn't I was always losing, but it's just, it was not a fun session in any way, shape, or form. I'm seriously hoping that the next session I do on Thursday is better than that. I don't want to fight the same characters ad nauseum. I don't want to do the exact same minigame, flowchart, fucking try-hard bullshit ad nauseum. I want some innovation, some fun, and some intelligent fucking players. I can't find them. It's just morons. And it's not fun to fight morons. It's just not. I want good players. They don't exist at the 1500 level. I need to get more points to get to the intelligent player level. I know because I played a few who are like 16, 1700 points. They're much better. It's fun to play them. They're not morons doing the same flowchart. But I need to get to that level, and I can't because I'm stuck in tedium land, you know? Man, Capcom, I'm sorry, but... And this all started with Street Fighter 4. When they made these games ultra easy to execute giant combos, and when they made it a guessing game in the corner because, oh, then anyone can win by chance, right? They diluted their games to the point where now it's just not fun to jump in and try to play them anymore unless you sit there and practice so fucking much that this has to be your actual full-time hobby to get good at Street Fighter. You can't just play it every once in a while and actually enjoy it anymore. You have to be dedicating insane amounts of time to beat these fucking dumb fuck tryhards who just watch videos all day, memorize other people's tech within a week, and now you're fucked. You can't have fun with the game. Yeah, video games, fighting games particularly, have very much changed for the worse. And I hope things will come around. I hope that the next session will be better, okay? Anyway, you're probably, I mean, I'll be honest, unless you really like to see me lose in rage, you're probably not going to enjoy today's set of Street Fighter 6. There's really not that much there to watch. It's very frustrating and just not entertaining for me or anyone, you know? It sucks ass, but what can I do? The good news is, I took a break, I calmed down, I had dinner with my wife, we relaxed for a bit, I got my blood pressure down, I came in here, and tonight, the React stuff I did was great. Like, all the React stuff I did was very entertaining, it was fun, it was interesting, it was relaxing, I had a great time with it. So, to those who submitted private Patron React pledges this month, thank you so very much. I genuinely enjoyed it. And, like, I'm like, wow, I actually hope that I get more of that, like, stuff in the future, because it was really good stuff, and it actually changed my whole mood. I was in a bad mood, and I started reacting to this stuff. Like, this is actually quite good. It's fun, meaningful, interesting stuff. I'm learning. I'm entertained. You know, it was good. So there you go. All right. So that was today. All right. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's my final consecutive streaming day of the week. And tomorrow, we're going to have a chill podcast in the morning, and then we are going to return to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. So what will we do tomorrow? I'll probably go down that riverfront that we had already gone to unlock the Abyss area, and I'll probably do the things we missed there. Then I'm probably going to go to the Abyss. And I'm going to see what's in the Abyss, because people are like, oh boy, we're going to love when he gets here. I guess everything's infected with madness that could completely screw you over and stuff. So, yeah, I'm very interested in that to see how it goes, to go there and see what, I mean, it's a big-ass area of the map to explore, so I seriously hope it's not empty. That's going to be very disappointing if after it being so well hidden and everything, it ends up being empty with nothing really of interest there. So I certainly hope that maybe there's a dungeon there, or legacy, you know, if it's not a major legacy dungeon, maybe some mini dungeons, some unique bosses and challenges there. I would certainly love that. I hope so. I hope there's something unique and interesting there. Once that's done, there's not much left to do besides the northwest part of the map, and then we probably unlock the final dungeon. So dependent on how things go, we'll see how many more streams of Elden Ring we have before we beat the game, but it should be good. Like, I'm no exaggeration. I really love the Elden Ring streams. I'm looking forward to this one tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, to end my week, chill Stardew Valley stream. All right? Now, never fear. If you're someone who likes Riven Remastered, like, oh, you only played it once this week. You're right, because I had to do the private react videos. It did throw off the schedule, but next week we're back to the full-time stuff, and next week, I will do Riven Remastered on Thursday night after the next stream of Street Fighter 6 during the daytime. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so very much. Sorry for the rage and the frustration and the shitty losses and just sad, you know, being upset at Street Fighter 6 earlier today. I mean, I don't know how else to make the experience better at this point, because that's what they've made the game, and I don't like it. So, you know, it is what it is. I just have to get better to be able to beat that shit. But outside of that, I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for a final full fun day of streaming before my day off on Wednesday. So, everyone, have a good night.